A lot of people use the price per square footage when looking to buy new construction. Well, that's not always the most accurate way to judge new construction. And in today's video, I'm going to point out the reasons why. Oh, and by the way, I'm Dale Frazell. Welcome to my channel. I specialize in new construction. If you have any questions regarding new construction or real estate in general, don't hesitate to reach out to me. You can call me, text me, or email me. I'd be happy to talk to you. Okay, well, let's jump into it. What is square footage? Square footage is a standard industry measure. It's a baseline metric for valuations of property and comparisons of property. Accurate measurements of square footage are crucial, which is made easier to accomplish for new construction because blueprints are available for that home. Why do we use square footage when we're looking to purchase a home? Well, there's two reasons. One, it brings us into the parameters of what we need for our lifestyle compared to all the other homes out there, and also the cost. We compare, say, that 2,000 square foot home to other square foot homes, and then we know that we're within our budget. Using square footage, it can be a little tricky. You know, when I was building down in Boise, I had a lot of people come up to me and always ask me what my square footage was. Price per square footage, I should say. When I moved up to Coeur d'Alene and I was selling new construction, no one ever asked me the price of square foot. It's kind of, I believe, I'm going to say it's a regional thing. So maybe in your area, everybody asks you about square footage, or maybe they don't. So, but one thing I want to tell you, that square footage can be a little deceiving, and I'm going to break that down here. When you talk about a 2,000 square foot home, is that a 2-car garage or is that a 3-car garage? It's 2,000 square feet. However, square footage is taken by habitable space that's heated and you can live in it. Garages are not. So if you're looking for a 2,000 square foot home, you don't know all the time by the fact that square footage that it could have a 3-car garage. It could also have another amenity like a crawl space. Crawl space costs more than, say, a slab. So you've got 2,000 square feet, but it's on a crawl space. You're not going to know that because they don't count the crawl space as square footage. Another one would be powder rooms. So again, it's part of that whole package of the square footage for that 2,000 square feet, but it's not going to be specific in that particular 2,000 square feet. So I tell people, use it kind of as a benchmark when you're looking for a particular home that fits your lifestyle. So if it's 2,000 square feet, now you have 2,000 square feet home. You can look on the MLS, or your realtor can show them, or I can show you those 2,000 square and make that comparison. It's a good starting point, but I wouldn't use it as a definite be-all for everything. Well, as I mentioned previously about a crawl space, crawl spaces are expensive, so that's going to add to the cost of the home. 3-car garage, that's going to add an additional cost to the home. So you see what I'm saying as far as square footage. Now, a couple other things are going to affect the value of using square footage price. One is going to be the land cost. Okay, you don't really know what that land costs. A lot of times builders, they just roll it all into one. That's how they come out with the overall square footage price. Some builders, maybe a smaller builder, he might pull the price of that lot out and just be selling or showing sticks and bricks price. So you've got to know that. Also, the location. Location plays a big key. Yeah, you can have a 2,000 square foot home, but if it's located on a river or a lake, you're going to pay more. And most likely, well, it's because of the demand and also the cost of land. And also then the amenities. And amenities always add to the square footage. I knew a builder one time that he built these massive homes. I think there were 5 bedrooms at the time. And it was cheap square footage. Well, I walked a number of those homes and you got what you paid for. It was a big box with rooms that looked like boxes. Everything was cheap. It was just big, cheap square footage. No frills whatsoever. So again, I know a lot of times people say, oh, you know, making a comparison to a car, but you can go to the car dealership and you can look at a stripped down version of that car. No frills, 4 tires on it, an engine and a steering wheel and a seat. You pay for that by the cost of how little it does cost at that point. Or you start adding extras and that's what drives the price up. And that's kind of the same process that home building offers. You can buy a stripped down version of a home. Sometimes some people might call that a starter home, or then you can start stepping up into, I'm not going to say completely a luxury home, but you start getting better features. I hope you found this video helpful. So many people are buying new construction today that I like to share information that you should know before, during, and after the purchase of your new home. If you have any questions, I'm easy to get a hold of. You can leave your questions in the comments below and I will answer them. And I also might even make a video out of that specific question. So don't forget to check out my website too, dale.frazell.com. It has a lot of good information all about new construction. Until next time, take care.